Hello there. Thank you once more for joining me for our sharing of poetry, and thank you for the encouragement indeed that people do visit the YouTube site that I have, and that they are reading some of the items, and I pray that those people are encouraged indeed and blessed much. There are those who pray to God, and they might pray through their so-called saints. They might pray the rosary, and all these things are just vain and really godless when we consider how the Lord himself taught us to pray, and how that we are to pray in his name alone, and that he is, the Lord Yeshua, the only mediator between God and men. So I want to share with you another poem, if I might. And the name of the poem, nice tea again. The name of the poem is Yeshua, the only mediator. Pray not to St. Jude, there is no hope in him, but pray to God through Yeshua, a victory you shall win. It was not Pope nor saint who died on Calvary's tree, 'tis the risen Lord Yeshua who died to set men free. Why pray a wicked rosary, or to any so-called saint? Such prayers are of the occult. Rather, pray by Yeshua. Don't faint. Proofs in Scripture's page that Yeshua is alive. You must pray through Yeshua only. See 1 Timothy 2, verse 5. A simple message based on 1 Timothy 2, verse 5, where it tells us that Yeshua is indeed the only mediator between God and men. It is foolish, isn't it? And it is really senseless for people to pray to God. If they pray through Mary, the Roman Catholic Church is Mary, or to any of their saints. Different saints are for different causes, they say. But this is not what the Scripture teaches. The Scripture teaches that we are to ask in his name. He said, ask in my name. The reason is that in all these matters, it is always central to the Lord Yeshua, the Messiah, the Son of God, because it is he who died, was buried, and rose again. It is he. It is his name given under heaven among men. Not anyone else's name. Not any other person. It is the Son of God who died, was buried, and rose. And that is why it's always paramount that the focus is always upon him. For the Scripture says that it is God's will that the Son be given honour. And when we honour the Son, we also instantly, at the same time, honour the Father. And this is God's will. It is not God's will for people who are in the Roman Catholic Church, for instance. And this isn't to bag the Roman Catholic Church or Roman Catholics. It's just pointing out the truth that they don't know. Rosaries are just wickedness. It's idolatry. There is no such thing. We don't need Miriam, who is the mother of the Lord, that's her proper name, Miriam, even though she's called Mary, because the Hebrew Miriam goes into the Greek form as Marias, from which you get Maria, and hence into English you get Mary. But her name is Miriam, the same as the sister of Moses, the same name, Miriam, okay? That's just a little thing. But we do not pray to God in her name. She is not there as a mediator between you, the believer, and the Lord Yeshua. Nobody stands between you and the Lord Yeshua. Yeshua stands between you and the Father, so that you might come to God through Yeshua. Not through any other mediator. There's no mediatrix. Nobody stands in halfway. Okay? It is the Son of God who died, was buried, and rose. And that's why it has to be emphatic of what the Scripture teaches. Therefore, I'm not bagging Roman Catholics, I'm just making out the point that Christians know. I spent some years as an undertaker, and of course it was necessary to have funerals at various churches then. And oftentimes we go to Roman Catholic churches. And I remember I was in one town one day, and we were bringing in the casket with the deceased to put it in before the altar on the trolley. And these people are praying to Mary. There's a group of people who worship Mary, and it went on and on and on and on. And I couldn't help feeling in my spirit, the wickedness of it, that there's evil spirits at work through this whole system. But I shall just finish up by saying Yeshua, the only mediator. God bless you in that name, the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, the Son of the living God, who shall come again. And woe to those who are practicing idolatry.